Hi, everyone. Happy Friday again. It's a double day of messages because, as I mentioned in the message I just did a few minutes ago, for yesterday, I worked with that image and meditated on the image and meditated on the message all day. And it was so deep that I wasn't in a place where I could verbalize um, what was coming forward. I just was working with the grids, which is a super important piece of awareness to hold. When you're in a subconscious place of feeling and integrating and reprogramming and digesting, it's important to allow the time necessary, even if it's uncomfortable, and to create space however you can to allow that process. Yesterday was a little bit uncomfortable just because things were deep and I wasn't able to do everything that I had logically planned to do. And yet at the same time, I understand the process and I honored it, and I'm feeling back on track in my logical mind today, ready to move forward. So uh, trust the depths and trust your ability to be on whatever the platform is in every moment. That message from of being on the platform, honoring the foundation, and using it as your launch pad is for this whole month moving forward. And so is the message for today. The word for today is cultivation or pruning. And the image today is a strong contrast from yesterday's Sabian symbol. The Sabian symbol for 25 Gemini is of a gardener pruning a large palm tree. So, what this speaks to is the image of tree and expansion, which was the also the image for our new moon. A tree reaching for the sun, and a palm tree is a tropical tree that shoots straight up to the sun and then has these beautiful leafing branches to receive the sun. This is one of the final symbols of Gemini, and it indicates our ability now to use our imagination to soar above what we have known before and to receive new light and to digest new light into our own bodies, into our own verticality, so that we can go deep and so that we can be at once above and then rooted in the earth. The image of the gardener pruning is really important, and it has to do with this principle of the sword of awareness in Gemini. The principle of the sword, which is adjustment. And we've been talking a lot about this card, and some of us are this month are really feeling this card of learning new abilities to come into intentional relationship with all of our circumstances through this ability to adjust, to adapt from within, from a place of strength and intentional relationship. The sword is the tool of the imagination, and it's also in this image a way that we balance and ground our light into the world. And the sword is the tool of Gemini. So, one of the things I love about what Dane Rudhyar said in his commentary on this symbol is that this is a symbol of a new paradigm for education, where imagination is allowed to flourish. And in the old paradigm, if in our culture, imagination is asked to conform to external beliefs about reality, and we are creating a new world where everyone's palm tree gets to expand and reach to the sun and use that imagination and that tool of the higher mind to experience new potentials and possibilities. The pruning piece is important. This is a long message today. The pruning piece is important because it has to do with our ability to choose what we come into alignment with. And the gardener can be ourself, but it can also be our higher self when we need help and support. So the idea of pruning is that we choose what we will keep and what we'll let go of in order to stay in balance. And circumstances may push us off equilibrium. That's part of being human, and it's a necessary part of the dance. The tool that we are all learning is how to come back to balance and how to use all of those experiences in order to strengthen and grow. So pruning enables a plant to flourish, and it's very intentional. There's an art to pruning and an art to cultivating a plant so it can maintain its most ideal form and so it can grow and expand. So your choosing that by your response in every moment, by using your imagination and awareness, and you're also asking for help when you need help, when you feel like you're not sure what the right adjustment is. And so I went to the Wisdom Oracle deck and asked for a message for today, and it's super interesting what came up. It's a pretty strong affirmation. I got a card I haven't received before. The first card, there's two. First card is time to go. And this is a direct message about the awareness when it's time to let go of something. That's the pruning part. When it's time to cut away something that is holding you back. And it can be internal, it can be external. And so I went directly to the book. I felt like there was a message, and this sentence jumped out. When it's time to prune something, you lose nothing and gain everything when you surrender to inner truth. That's the key here. The pruning, when it's in alignment with inner truth, is only to gain. So allow the time and the ability to receive help and clarity when you feel something out of alignment, and then at the right time the message will come. And so I drew one more card, since that was the acknowledgement of the need to take action and release when inner truth tells you, when the inner sword tells you it's time to release, and then the beautiful message to follow is poised. And so the poised we've worked with before, it's the ability to dance on that pedestal and threshold, and the ability to stay balanced. I directly use this card as an image of the adjustment card. So a beautiful message for today. And again, this is for the coming month. These are holograms that are being anchored for us right now. That phone bell is signifying that. These are holograms that are being activated for us right now and anchored as a foundation for the coming month of new expansion, new potential, new possibility through alignment with inner truth, and through our ability to be a bridge above and into the light, and then to anchor in our life. So have a great day, and I will be with you again soon.